But anyways, enough about the strikes, because I will never probably understand it, because I'm not a fucking lawyer, and I have the reading comprehension of a 1-year-old. So, okay, I always, not always, but like I never liked this person. I think she's attractive. Not like an 8 or whatever, but I feel like she's like conventionally more attractive than like the norm, or like at least she dresses good enough to be attractive. Either way, neither here nor there, doesn't matter. Okay, it is a shame that she's a psychopath. Okay, usually like the whole scale of like crazy and hot, but like for some reason her craziness peaked at like 6 or 7. But anyways, yeah. So this person is a vile human being, and let's see why.
Yeah, the Ethan thing. I remember somebody told me about this.
I think it's
So she sent. I don't know if she sent, but like she encouraged sending Child Protective Services (CPS) to Ethan and Hila's house, basically traumatizing the kids over them allegedly being abusive parents. Because the reason is their dog had like some unique fucking illness that the dog eventually passed from, and they kept going to the vet multiple times. Right, the vet couldn't find anything. It was just like a very rare case of like something in the kidney, whatever, or the liver. And supposedly it can also transfer to the children, which I think one of their kids was suffering from it because of it. When again wasn't found, like it just wasn't detected or something like that. I don't know the exact story, but that is pretty much the gist of it. And now because of this, she's claiming and she's encouraging her viewer base to think that they were abusing their dog, not going to the vet, like letting it die in suffering, and they're also abusing their children in the same manner. Basically, what she's insinuating. I move the camera. It does feel weird having no hair. That is true. All right.
embarrassing for Ela here to be like, this is so traumatic for the kids. You're trying to traumatize the children. It's like,
so basically these people collectively got together and called CPS on Ethan and Ela's kids.
For context, this is the same person we had to deal with before.
I had context, then Asmogod had context, then the editor, who probably has even better information, adds context. I love it.
K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Oh, the context about this retard. Yeah. No, she's I don't know how she's not fucking banned. I mean, I know why, but I don't know how.
She's been on a generational run of hating against Ethan Klein during almost every single stream of hers, to the point they literally had Child Protective Services called on H3H3's family. And as you might notice, she immediately deleted the VOD after this happened, and now she's trying to dismiss the event as nothing crazy.
Dog, you literally, the vast majority of people are, like, are not remembering anything that happened to them at 3.
It doesn't mean, okay, first of all, you don't have to remember things happening to you. However, subconsciously you do. There's certain, like, this is why, like, educating your kids from young to behave a certain way will hold on for a lot longer the younger you teach them. Why? Because, like, they might not remember the lesson, but for some reason it is ingrained in their fucking subconscious how to behave, how to act, and stuff like that. Right? If you spoil your kids when they're 3, it's going to be very hard for you to change them being spoiled when they're 6, when they're 7. Okay, when you finally decide, it's like, oh, you guys are too spoiled now. It's like, well, too fucking late. Good luck now. Now it's going to be very hard to remove them being spoiled. Also, kids who are traumatized at a young age hold on to that traumatizing experience, like basically like a PTSD kind of thing, for a very long time. Okay, I'm not a child psychologist, but this is fucking like basic fucking human knowledge at this point, right? If a child is traumatized, if a child was like, and plenty of stories like molested children, like before they can remember anything, have like very weird self-destructive behavior growing older, right? Like, it is a known thing. They don't have to remember that shit happened to them, but they know it subconsciously. They can't regain that knowledge and like remember it vividly or whatever, but they know like something, is always like wrong.
Man. So it's okay to do anything to a 3-year-old because they won't remember it.
It's
Now,
just simply
technically, I don't agree with what he just said because he's hyperbolizing what she just said in the worst possible way. I don't like that he did what he did here because this is exactly the tactic that Hassan is using. He used the context of what she said to bring up the worst case scenario. Just address the argument that how it's not true. That she never said that it's okay to do to children. Like, again, fuck, why do you make me defend Denim? But she never said it's okay to do whatever you want. She just said that kids don't remember, as in like in terms of a memory, and she's not wrong about that specifically, but they still internalize stuff that happened, even if they can't recall it from memory.
right. It's
She's just
she's
stupid,
pulling
but
like
yeah.
the IDF classic card.
The IDF, the Israeli Defense Force? What does this have to do with the IDF?
Like,
Nothing.
please, my life is so difficult. Please, everyone that is against us needs fucking awful experiences because we're the ones dealing with the real awful experiences.
What?
Yeah, this has nothing to do with
I don't
anything.
know what to say. The fuck are we watching? She was in the IDF? Yeah, she was in the IDF because every single person that was born and lives in Israel has to serve in the IDF, including women.
Hila did worse to Palestinian kids in the IDF. I mean, I'm sure she's thought about doing terrible things to people when she was
Has absolutely no proof about that, but okay, sure. Yeah, she's thought about. And by the way, I don't know a single person in the army that when I was there that even gave a second thought about what they would do to like their enemy. We never talked about it. It was never a topic of conversation. Like what are you talking about? No one fantasized about it. We didn't have like fucking, maybe some people do, but we don't have like fucking, what do you call it, dart targets with like terrorists or like just random Palestinians pictures on the wall and we throw darts at them. Like none of this happened. Okay, like there's no such thing. Okay, no one is actively thinking about these things. No one is fantasizing about hurting another human being. Most of the people in the army, vast majority, are not even like super patriotic in the sense that it's like, I'm in the army, let's go. No, like almost nobody's like that. You have the units that are like meant for those kinds of people, sure. And usually if you are that kind of person, you're the one who is trying the best and trying to get into like Seilet Matkal and like Shet Shloshes and all that stuff, right? Maybe like those are the like super like patriotic and like hyped guys. Maybe they just want like, maybe they're just like super violent, right? Vast majority of the people in the army, I would say even like, forget like, they like not to the point of like don't want to be there. I would say a good chunk of people don't even want to be in the army if you're in the IDF, right? But the vast majority are not there to just like, man, I can't wait to shoot some Arabs, okay? Some Arabs. Can't wait to take my M16, just fucking to spray and pray on Gaza. Like nobody thinks this way. Practically no one.
She was in the IDF.
I want you to understand that the reason why she's saying this is so she can dehumanize this woman that she's watching, like Ethan's wife, and then make her an acceptable target for bad treatment.
Of procedure.
But
Kind of like what Hitler did with rats and the Jews and rat gas, right? Like the poison that they use for rats is the similar poison that they use on humans, on the Jew. Oh wait, I forgot. Yeah, we live in a world where the Holocaust never happened, right?
like, I really don't want you to create any bad memory here for them. Like, they are 5 and 3.
Create any bad memory for them.
Is this
You're
the
not
part-
forming memories.
Okay, first of all, English not her first language. I'm sure what she meant is, not traumatize them, not to have like some that's. I feel like that's clearly what she meant, right? Not necessarily like they're gonna remember it specifically, but more like something that they will internalize.
At 3 years old, and it's very rare that you're forming memories at 5 years old. Now, yes, you are. No, you're not. It's like 4
And
is
yeah,
the
you are, by
cutoff.
the way. No,
but-
4 is not the cutoff. There's plenty of people who remember way before that. My earliest memories, technically, my earliest memory actually is 5 years old. I still remember vividly. But that doesn't mean the cutoff was there. It's just that at 5-year-old, it was the most significant memory that I had. Right? I like nothing really significant happened to me at 4 years. Actually, no, never mind. That is not true. 3-year-old is actually, let's see, 1991. Was it 3? It was probably 4 years old. Okay, so 4 years old is actually my most significant memory, and that was basically when we were leaving Ukraine to move to Israel, and I remember the planes. That was my most significant memory as a kid. I remember the planes in the night, like it was nighttime. We were boarding this plane, and all you could see is like the flashing lights of the plane. That is the memory that I have from like being 4 years old. Okay, in 1991. So, and I'm sure again, if I had something even more interesting to remember, I probably would.
Even if you are forming any memories at 4, you're not going to be able to remember them past like 15. You have maybe 1 or 2
I'm 38 years old. I still remember that plane.
memories. Yes.
Okay, so then.
Talking to a random stranger once isn't really memorable for a kid.
Oh my God.
The average age of adults' earliest memories is 3.5 years old.
That's the average. That means can be lower, means can be higher. So, by the way, this already disproves what she said. And this woman can never admit that, okay, maybe I was wrong. Like, just fucking say it. Just say, okay, maybe I was wrong. Okay, maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Really forming memories at 3.
Literally what it says.
You just read it.
She's so
That's
dumb,
an
man.
average also.
Pretty rare to be forming memories, or like memories that you will keep.
You see the goalpost moving? 50 memories and memories that you will keep.
Like I can remember maybe, I don't know, 5 things that happened.
You are not the statistic, though. Who cares what you remember? For all we care, you have amnesia. Oh, the whole world is based on like how I remember of my standards. Oh my God, such an insufferable human being, man.
Maybe.
Oh God, this is really
And you can't even take care of your fucking kids. Why?
Oh my God. What is this creature? I hope his kids get taken away from him, lol, because you can't take care of him. Bro, you can't take care of yourself. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl at this point, honestly. 2025, it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. But bro, you can't take care of yourself. Don't even talk to me about, or anyone about, somebody taking care of their 3 children.
Why don't you tell your wife, too? She should be taking care of your kids, too. Both of y'all. Instead, you're posted up complaining about how you got CPS called and they're investigating you, homie. And you're posting on Instagram? Oh, I hope his kids get taken away from him. Oh, I hope so. They would be so much better off.
How do you know that the kids would be better off than living in a multi-million-dollar fucking household? What are you talking about? Even if they're like the strictest fucking parents, they would still probably be better off living in a multi-million-dollar household where they would very likely get top-tier education, right? Either private schools, or like homeschooled with like, fucking hiring professors, right? Where every little thing that they would ever need is being taken care of because the parents are fucking millionaires. No, it would be better if they get taken away, separated. Like if all the kids get taken away, nobody's taking all 3 of them to the same household, so the kids would be separated to some random fucking house, likely not a multi-million household, right? Oh my God. I mean, what am I even talking to here? Like, let's be real. Like, come on. What is this? Like, how is this person's opinion even relevant?
Fuck. And you can't even.
Who does this?
Oh, I hope his kids get taken away from him.
So they've already made up their mind. They're not calling CPS to investigate.
No, of course not.
They're calling CPS to do something in order to make this person's life worse.
Yes.
Ethan needs to lawyer up and sue these people. I hope he does. These are people.
I think he did say that he doesn't give a shit. He will go after Denims. And he doesn't care that it costs money. Like, he just, fuck it. Like, it's enough is enough. And honestly, I do believe he should. Like, yeah, it's going to cost him money, but he's at least in a position where he can do it, and he can spend the money on it to put her in her place, because honestly, bro, this shit has gone too far. These people are like fucking, these lunatics are, like, they're out of control. Like, somebody needs to put them in their place, one way or another.
Who are making false
But then then all she will have to do is just right now, from my, as far as I know, from the little research I've done, and don't judge me for it, she doesn't do nudes on OnlyFans. She might have to start in order to pay for the lawsuit.
Calls to real government places in order to execute an internet beef. This is disgusting behavior. And all of these people like Denims down.
Also, by the way, she looks better here than in her OnlyFans. I'm just saying. She looks way better here than she does on like what she's posting on OnlyFans. The cosplays, like fucking like 50 Cent cosplays. No, not good. Not good.
Playing this, oh, that's not, oh, but you're not getting memories at this age or whatever. Like, get the fuck out of here. This is so disgusting. Why would you talk like this? Why would you act like this? It's outrageous.
It's very, very, very dangerous when infants get the same sicknesses that adults get. A small infant that has no immune system shouldn't be catching.
Actually, small infants have a very similar immune system to their mother. So, because that's kind of how it works, right? Like with the breastfeeding. Infant immune systems. Infants receive passive immunity from their mothers, primarily through the placenta and breast milk, which provides temporary protection as their own immune systems develop. Yeah, okay, so maybe it's not as good, yeah. Newborn babies receive antibodies from their mothers through the placenta before birth and through breast milk. Yeah, obviously there's like also like, I'm pretty sure the kids are vaccinated and stuff like that. And again, it doesn't even mean that, like, we don't even know the, the quality of the immune system of the parent. But like the kids sometimes might be even more protected than the parents because they also just got their immune system. So it's like there's some immunes. They just got their immune shots, right? So it's like some immunities, they kind of like expire, like, you know, like I think HIV, not HIV, Hep B or Hep C expires after like a few years, 10 or 15 years, whatever. So you might want to get that again. So a brand new baby that would get that shot would be probably more protected to that specific thing than an adult in his 40s. Right? Like, it's like small things like that. Obviously, this is like nitpicking, but like, I don't even know if like in general the mother has better immune system than the child, just because, you know, the genetics plays a role and there's so many factors. So it's hard. I don't know. I'm sure there's research about it. I'm sure I can Google it actually. As who in general has better immune, the child or the mother? In general, mother's immune system is stronger than the child's, especially in the early months of a child's life due to the transfer of antibodies through the placenta. Okay, so yeah, so the mother, I guess, yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm wrong. It's fine. Something to learn. Antibodies received from the mother gradually decline. The baby's immune system needs time to develop its own defenses, exposed to antigens. Okay, yeah. That was wrong. That's fine.
Anything. No wonder this motherfucker's always sick. Yeah. Yeah. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense.
Are children really all like sick that often? Again, I'm not you're gonna use me as statistics, but like, man, I was almost never sick as a kid. I got sick like maybe once every 2 or 3 years. But again, obviously it could be a statistical anomaly. But like I barely ever got sick.
Makes sense why he doesn't care about Palestinian children when he is neglecting his own. How is this happening? How is this happening? How is this happening?
So I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
And also, this part is actually completely untrue.
Yeah. Yeah, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense. It makes sense why he doesn't care about Palestinian children when he...
At no point can you take from Ethan that he doesn't care about Palestinian children if he says that, what's it called? Bibi Netanyahu needs to go to jail for war crimes, specifically because crimes against children in Palestine. Oh, but he doesn't care about Palestinian children. This is such like... I swear, man, where do these people how do these people get up in the morning and not like and able to like even stand. Just like how is their brain able to give the command to walk? It is baffling to me. It is actually baffling to me how like retarded these people are. Let his kids roll around in shit. Those kids need help. Those poor children, though, like actually they should not be parents. How, like, you don't know anything about them. Someone take the kids, please. You got kids, a dog shit, bro. What are you talking about? They have so many dogs if they don't take care of them. Like, these people are fucking nuts. The kid thrashing in pain, shitting its guts out. And this guy's a father. That these guys are fucking retarded. Like, I am fairly certain they have just like babysitters like 24/7. They might even have like a babysitter living with them. You know, it's not like they have a 9 to 5 job. They're literally all day with their kids, right? Like, it's crazy to me that these people are this fucking stupid. It is actually insane. Yeah. Well, you know, the average Hassan Denims and Hijaba the Hut viewer. I mean, like, what can you expect from these people? Like, actual fucking brain dead individuals. It is what it is.